For a while now, I've been getting questions. Everybody wants to know, why, Adam? Why would you, of all people, join KC Karrington and the rest of the First Church? They always ask. They understand Stephen Kennedy. Him and KC were tag team partners for a long time. They understand Greg. He's the partial announcer. They didn't understand me. They didn't understand why, when I'm a crowd favorite, why I would choose to turn my back on them and align myself with the church. And whenever you think about it, it's pretty obvious. Opportunity. Opportunity is why I did it. Because I've wrestled for Dynamo for over 4 years now. 4.5 years. And I didn't receive, prior to joining the First Church of Karrington, I didn't get one title shot. No mention of a title shot. I'm not even sure if I wrestled in the second half of a show. Thus, the curtain jerkin' superstar. And then I start thinking, here's a guy that knows how to get things done. Here's a guy who is winning all over the place in KC Karrington. And he started talking to me, and he looked to me and said, I see something in you that no one else sees. I see the potential to be what you can be and not what they make you stay. And of course, he's right. What happens? The instant I join up with them, Stephen Kennedy and myself have a shot at the NWA Midwest Tag Team titles. The first match. Recently, had another opportunity where we were put into the tournament for the NWA Dynamo Tag Team titles. Given we didn't make it through that either, but it wasn't my fault. And really, it's irrelevant because whoever wins, whether it be the lovable Outcast and Shorty Biggs, or the Danimal, Dan Walsh and Hargis, or Mischief and Makazi, or, who else was there? Billy McNeil and Jamie Light. Doesn't matter who wins. Doesn't matter. Because it's only temporary. It's inevitable that any gold you bring into Dynamo becomes property of the First Church of Karrington. And it amazes me how quickly things happened for me whenever I stopped relying on you, the fans, to be my support. You would think I would just wait and Dynamo management would see Adam Rich consistently comes out here every single show and puts on one of the best performances. Got the loudest cheers from the crowd of anyone later on in the show. Anyone. but they don't give me any opportunities. So now I'm in a position where I don't have to wait for opportunities. They either come to me or I take them. That's what this video is all about. Another thing that I've never got to do in Dynamo in the 4.5 years is I never got to cut a promo. Not once. Not once did Dynamo ever say, yeah, go ahead, grab the microphone real quick, tell us something about yourself. You know why? One, because they're idiots and don't have any faith in the people who can actually do the job. And two, really, before, whenever I was the lovable Adam Rich, the crowd loved me anyway. I had no reason to talk. I had a lot to say. I had a whole lot to say. And now you're hearing it. The point of the matter is that this is a perfect example. I never got a promo, so I'm going to make one myself and let you all know exactly what's going through my head. You all wanted to know why I aligned myself with the First Church of Karrington. It's pretty obvious. You need to align yourself with winners, with people who see what really is going on around here. Or, more specifically with Dynamo, what isn't going on around here, and that's progress. Dynamo is the same show, month after month after month. The First Church of Karrington was the first thing new in Dynamo Pro Wrestling in a long time. And we are exactly what was needed. But it would be too easy to restore Dynamo to a legitimate name in the Midwest. It's a lot more fun to burn it to the ground. It's what we're going to do. We are going to burn Dynamo Pro Wrestling to ashes. I can't wait. I'm reminded of the night when I turned my back on you fans. I love it. I get a smile every time. I can't help it. I remember I slid into the ring, laid waste to Dan Walsh in the tournament finals against himself and KC. And then I slid out of the ring. And right where I slid out of the ring, there was a little boy. I think he's about 6 or 7 years old. And he's wearing my t-shirt. And his eyes are watering up, and his lip is quivering. He's about to start bawling. He can't believe what he just saw. And it just snapped for me. You know what I said? I looked him right in the eye, and I said, "Thanks for the $15, kid." Because that's all he was to me. Money and an example. An example that's what I'm leaving behind, and I am more than happy to do so. Feels good. Feels good to be somebody, finally. Or no, scratch that. I always was somebody. I was always the guy who worked 10 times harder than anyone else in the locker room and never got recognition for it. So, I've been somebody, but it's nice to finally be recognized as such. To be recognized as the threat that I am. To be recognized as skillful as I am good things are coming my way. I thank KC Karrington for that. And again, just missed opportunities. I was left off of the flyer for Dynamo Pro Wrestling, Glen Carbon, April 6th. It doesn't change anything. I'm still going to be there. I'm still going to do what I need to do. I'm still going to step on toes. I'm still going to burn bridges because that's who I am now. And normally, burning a bridge is something you don't want to do. The only difference here is that normally you don't want to burn the bridge because that bridge leads to something. And I will tell you now, Dynamo is nothing. It has deteriorated and rotted into nothing. So, it's time for us to clean up the mess. It's time for us to get rid of Dynamo. The charade has gone on long enough. The joke is old and hack.